Joining us today on MSUEagles.com is Nikki Davis. Today we introduce Nikki as one of the new assistant women's basketball coaches here at Morehead State. And Nikki, on behalf of everybody associated with Morehead State Athletics, we certainly congratulate you on the new position, and we're excited about you joining the Eagle Athletics family. Take us back to your high school days. You're originally from Kentucky. You spent some time in Frankfort, and your high school days were spent in Lexington. You were a standout player at Lexington Catholic. The accolades are too many to mention in this video, but people can read the release about what you did there. I guess what jumps off the page at me is 4 consecutive state championship appearances, 2 state titles, a 71-2 record your junior and senior campaigns, and a top 10 national ranking those 2 years. I know it was an exciting time. I know you learned a lot, and it's always fun to win. So what sticks in your mind from those days?
Most definitely the state championship titles, but also the experience of just being there. You know, our high school was very competitive, and we had plenty of exposure playing road games in Ohio and down in Florida and Tennessee. We played a bunch of different road games, and again, I'm very thankful and blessed to have that opportunity. So it was very much so a learning experience, and I look forward to carrying all those experiences over here with me at Morehead State.
You played 4 years of Division I college basketball at the highest level. You started at the University of Alabama, played a lot as a freshman, ended up transferring to Virginia Tech in the ACC, sat out the mandatory NCAA transfer year, and then had 3 good years with the Hokies. If you could just talk about your college experience and bringing those lessons that you've learned to the coaching ranks and helping the young ladies here at Morehead State.
Oh, absolutely. And I think that my first year at Virginia Tech sitting out was the most important for me because that's when I grew as a player. That's whenever I knew that I loved the game of basketball because I dove in so deep as far as wanting to know more. You know, it was always, Coach, why are we running this play or why are we running that play? But also learning my position, the shooting guards, but also the post players. So just really getting involved, although I could not play because of the transfer rule, and it was good. You know, I had a great time.
You obviously will have a lot of different duties as an assistant women's basketball coach here at Morehead State. Things that come to mind are recruiting and practice preparation and scouting and game planning and monitoring academics and helping with community service. There's just so much there. But in the interview process with Tom Hodges and Eric White and getting to meet our new assistant Lacey Goldwire, are there specific areas that you're going to focus on? Are there areas where you think you can help the coaching staff the best?
Right. Well, they're recruiting, scouting, game preparation, working camps and kind of organizing and facilitating those, but also working with our post players, I think is the biggest challenge, but what I look forward to the most, simply because as a point guard, you dream of creating your own post player, so that's something that I look as a challenge, but again, I look forward to it. But any and everything that the coaches want me to do, I'll have my hand in, whether that is helping Coach Goldwire with something, helping Coach Hodges or Coach White with whatever it is they need me to do. So whatever I can do to be successful is kind of my job here.
When looking at your resume and just talking to you in general, strength and conditioning has been a big part of your background. You won a couple of strength and conditioning awards as a student athlete at Virginia Tech. Most recently, you were a fitness director at a club in Louisville. If you could just talk about that experience and the importance of strength and conditioning and how it translates to success on the basketball floor.
Right. Not only from a success standpoint, but also from a kind of a preventative measure. If you want to avoid injuries at all possible, you have to get in that weight room. You have to get bigger and stronger, but also to separate yourself from other players. Everybody wants to be great, but how bad do you want it? That starts in the summer. That starts right now, lifting weights and running and doing all the preseason activities. So again, it is very important for our staff and our players to be involved with, working out, strength and conditioning.
When you first heard about the position here at Morehead State, what came to mind as far as the women's basketball program, the athletic department, the university, this part of Kentucky, and even the Ohio Valley Conference?
Right. Well, I am from Kentucky, and I'm so glad to be back here. The OVC is very, very competitive, and I continue to look for look to learn, the opportunity to be here and to learn, but also to bring my experiences along.
You told me an interesting story about how you got the job and you had a common thread, a mutual friend for yourself and head coach Tom Hodges. I know that individual reached out to you and kind of gauged your interest, and you got real excited, and things just kind of happened quickly.
Right. Everything is happening so very quickly. You're absolutely right on that. one of our friends called and he was like, hey, Nikki, you know, what are you doing? You want to come down and work our camp this year? And I'm like, yeah, I would love to. You know, ultimately I want to be a coach. I'm working at a gym right now, but, you know, I'd love to come down and work your camp. I want to be a coach one day. And he was like, really? He was like, I have a good friend of mine looking for an assistant coach. You know, I'll put your name in. We'll see how it goes from there. So as soon as he told me that, I was on the phone with Coach Hodges. I was sending him emails, sending my resume, anything and everything that I could do in my power to kind of get the ball rolling is what I did. And a week later, I was down on campus taking a look at it. Loved it here. Loved the staff. Loved the people in the Commonwealth of Kentucky here. So it was just a good experience, and I'm glad to have this opportunity. I want to make the most of it.
Tom Hodges and Eric White have been here at Morehead State 2 years. Lacey Goldwire started about a month ago. Your initial impressions of those three individuals, you'll be working with them a lot and seeing them every day. I know you're excited to be part of that group.
Right, absolutely. They are fun, they are energetic, and they are very, very hardworking. We're in the office early in the mornings, don't leave until late at night after the sun goes down. So, but they have a fun feel to them too, and I love the atmosphere here that they create. So, if you can't tell by the loud my pants, then but I do look forward to being here with this staff. It's a good group of people.
Nikki Davis, one of the assistant women's basketball coaches here at Morehead State, joining us on MSUEagles.com today. And Nikki, a few more questions and we'll let you go. You've been very involved as a girls basketball camp counselor at Alabama, Virginia Tech, Kentucky, Louisville, Transylvania, and probably some other schools. Talk about giving back to the community. Talk about helping young ladies who need some guidance both on and off the floor. You were telling me that unfortunately you weren't able to attend those types of camps as a young player, so I know it means a lot for you to be involved now at this level.
Oh yeah, most definitely. I mean, we didn't have the means to go to camps and travel for summer camps when I was younger. So I was fortunate enough to have a good mentor in my middle school coach, but also my high school coaches to kind of shape me into the woman that I am. And I look forward to giving back to our players, but also working camps and to young girls who aspire to be, coaches, or just to shape into young women. So it is a great opportunity for me, and I definitely want to give back to our community here at Morehead State.
You already know that you'll be working 70, 80, 90 hours a week and traveling the country and just doing an endless number of things for MSU women's basketball. But Nikki Davis, the person, away from the court and away from the office, what's she like?
Well, I have a niece and I have 3 nephews, so I love playing with them, taking them to, whether it's the pool, going to the movies, whatever it is, they keep me doing something, keep me running around crazy. So I love spending time with them. My family, my grandmother, everyone in my life has been, amazing to me. So just kind of doing the family thing. That's really what I like to do on my free time.
That's Nikki Davis, one of the new assistant women's basketball coaches here at Morehead State. We'll have more on Eagle women's basketball as we approach the 2012-2013 season. So check back to MSUEagles.com frequently. Nikki, thanks for your time. Congratulations on the new position.
Thank you, Matt.